Hey guys, it's meerak here, and today we're going to talk about the Hearthstone 18.4 patch note, which was released by Blizzard on September 28th, 2020, and this was for in the recording of this video, the 28th was yesterday. And a few notes got released for Battlegrounds and a couple of nerfs for a couple of cards. So let's switch over to the patch notes. So as you see here, this is mark the beginning of this limited time event, which includes a Battlegrounds update. That has a lot of elementals, and it's pretty cool. And much later on, probably next month, I believe, it's Book of Heroes, Chapter 2 for us. The first chapter was Jaina, and the second chapter is now Rexar. There's also a couple other things we usually do, well, lately, around this time, is the dual class arena, legendary classic award, new Tavern Blossom. Anyways, that's for a different video. So now we're gonna talk about, well, let's talk about the nerfs first. So the nerfs will affect two cards, Tortoise and Pigram, and Guardian Animals. This is a really big welcome nerf to these two cards. So the first one, Tortoise and Pigram, as it used to say, discover a copy of the spell in your deck and cast with random targets. The new one costs the same attack, same health, but discover a spell in your deck. So instead of discovering a copy of a spell in your deck, you discover the spell and you cast that particular spell. That's a pretty big difference. That's really a huge welcoming kind of thing, because say you have two Tortolans, you discover two copies of two different spells, maybe even the same spell, but you also still get to cast the original copy of said spell, which is really bad. It's really unbalanced. So, as I said multiple times, this is a big welcoming change, and as usual for either of these cards or any cards that initially get nerfed or buffed, it's eligible for a full dust refund 2 weeks after the patch goes live. So I'm not sure if the patch is live, but anyways, Tortoise and Pigram is really gonna make the Turtle Mage that much worse. I mean, it's still a crazy deck with Invocation, with some other cards. It's just ridiculous. So the other card, Guardian Animals, cost 7. That would cost 8. So it's that much slower to cast Guardian Animals, which is a good thing, because in Druid especially, which Guardian Animals is mostly played in Druid, you get to summon these two cards that show up on screen, and it's ridiculous if you can get Innervate, which is basically a coin. So you innovate coined. Then there are other cards that make you get more mana. Just makes it more ridiculous. So having it cost 8 makes it just play it later on in the game. So that's nice. It really slows down that particular deck. I can show you the deck list right here on screen. That is the usual list for the deck that has guardian animals. And next to it will be the deck where the Totem Pigrum is played in. It's pretty crazy. But anyways, that's about it for the card balance. If you are here just for the card balance update, you can, well, if you like the video, click like and please subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Now, for the other people that are viewing this for the Battlegrounds update, okay, we'll be here right now. So we're starting out with the Battlegrounds Heroes for this event. Ragnaros, which is it's a Hall of Fame card now. You can play it a while. That's the stats of the card. And the card will show up on screen here of where Ragnaros is. But the hero for the Battlegrounds is Die Insects. If you kill 20 enemy minions, is Sulfurous, which is a passive hero power at the end of your turn. Give your leftmost and rightmost minions +4/+4. So Sulfurous is the weapon that Ragnaros wields in well, in the card art and in the World of Warcraft. You get to obtain Sulfurous as a weapon. And anyways, that's besides the point. That's a pretty powerful passive hero power. Having these passive hero powers makes this so much stronger. It's just good. It'll be, I mean, it's balanced, well, somewhat when you kill 20 enemy minions. If you kill 20, that possibly takes you to the mid game. So at that point, you get stronger, which is nice. Then we have Shin Drama, which is a passive avalanche after you play 3 elementals. Reduce the cost of upgrading Tavern by 2, which is really nice. So there aren't really that many elementals in the current state of Battlegrounds, but we'll get into more elementals that you can play during the Battlegrounds game in later on in the video. But you play 3 elementals, reduce the cost of upgrading by 2. That's pretty strong if you give out elementals. It's kind of weak when you have to play those elementals, but I think it's okay. I mean, of course you want to play as many elementals as you can, possibly making the refreshing, or it's upgrading, rather. It's not refreshing, it's upgrading. So that might make things a little faster to get into the, say, tier 6 ultimately. So is this good? I mean, it's gonna take some testing because I don't know if you can play 6 or 9 elementals in a turn, which would be ridiculous. Maybe there are tokens you can put back into your hand and replay them or something. But anyways, Wakinishu. Tavern Lighting, it costs 2. Give a random friendly minion stats equal to your Tavern tier. So you're giving it in the first tier 2 coins to make a +1/+1. That's not worth it. So Tavern tier 2 give it +2/+2. 3, 4, 5, 6 respectively give that much stats equal. So your Tavern tier 6, you give a medium +6/+6. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that. I mean, it's random, which is okay, but it doesn't limit you by elementals like the previous 2 heroes. This makes it a bit stronger, but at the cost of your gold. So, will it be good? I don't really know. Possibly. So, now we have Avakira, the Wind Lord, if you don't know. Swatting insects. Passive hero power. Start of combat, give your leftmost minion Wintery Divine Shield on taunt. Wow. So that's the first minion. You get Divine Shield and taunt. Your opponent has to kill that first before they kill anything else. It's potentially to be strong. Yeah, I'm glad it's a passive hero power. It's a strong hero power, mind you, but the cost per se is that you can't choose where to put it. I really like that. So starting, well, technically yesterday, as of the recording of this, starting September 28th, the price of the Tavern Pass will be reduced for the remainder of the Sellamental Academy expansion cycle. Players with the pass will have early access to these heroes before they are formally released October 13th. Which is pretty cool to get the Tavern Pass to experiment with these. So, which one is the strongest of these 4? I think it could be Ragnaros. Because I think it's gonna be pretty easy to get 20 enemy minions killed by mid-game. So that's pretty nice. So let's get into the minions. First we have Sellamental. That's a funny name, but tier 1 elemental. 2 attack, 2 health. When you sell this, add an elemental to your hand. So that works with, which one is it? Shin Drama, which is very nice. Say you get this, you play it, then you sell it. You get an element in your hand, then you play that and sell it. You just play it, you get 2. So I think it's gonna be pretty easy to get that off. To get Shambhala pretty good here. So the regular one, when you sell this, add 2 elemental. Your hand will golden. When you sell this, add 2 elementals to your hand. So that works with Shambhala pretty well. Is it worth it getting golden for the 1 star? Probably not. Refreshing anomaly. So it's another elemental. 1 attack and 3 health. The golden has 2 attack and 6 health. So value for your next refresh costs 0. The golden one for next 2 refreshes costs 0. This is really favorable. Well, anytime in the game, because the battle cry is not when you sell your refresh costs 0, which I think would be better that way. So you sell it, your next refresh costs 0. That'd be an interesting way to do it. So the golden one is interesting. Your next 2 refreshes are free. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's good in the early game. Well, anytime, like I said. We'll see how that is. Here we got Party Elemental, which is, of course, another elemental, 2 attack and 2 health. Golden is 4 attack, 4 health. The regular one, after you play elemental, give a random on the elemental 1/1. After you roll the golden one, it does it twice. It's kind of bad because it's limited to elementals, which balances it. Which, well, if you play elemental, give another friendly 1/1. Friendly elemental, not friendly minion. So that kind of makes it bad in a way. Maybe there's a good way to get plenty of elementals. We'll see. So the next one, Molten Rock. Tier 2 elemental. 2 attack, 3 health. The golden is 4 health, 6 health. 4 attack, 6 health. You play elemental, gain 1 health. The golden ones gain 2 health. So play elemental, play elemental. A lot of playing elementals here. It's not great. It is taunt. There is that. Which is interesting, to say the least. Now we have Stasis Elemental. Add, well, Tier 3, 4 attack, 4 health, plus elemental. Add another random elemental to the tavern and freeze it. That's a regular one. 4 attack, 4 health. The golden is 8 attack and 8 health. Golden Stasis is Valkyrie. Add 2 other random elementals to a tavern and freeze them. So you get plenty elementals. There's good chances to get plenty of elementals, which is nice. And then there is another tier 3, a 3 attack, 2 health, also elemental, Arcane Assistant. The golden one, 6 attack, 4 health, give elementals 1/1, regular one. And the golden one is Valkyrie, give elementals +2/+2. Sure. The mixed elemental pretty strong. I like it. This is what you shoot for when you go for the elemental tag or whatever it is. Yeah, elemental strategy, whatever you want to call it. It's 6/4, which is weak, but the Battlegrounds pays off for it. And then there is Crackling Cyclone. So after this we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more. Okay. And then we have this one right here. Crackling Cyclone. 4 attack, 1 health. Golden, 8 attack, 2 health. Divine Shield, Wintery for the regular one. The golden one is Divine Shield, Mega Wintery. If you're unfamiliar with what Mega Wintery is, it's attacking 4 times instead of Wintery as 2 times. So, Divine Shield, you get 2 hits off of this. So you want to put buffs onto it so it survives at least 3 or even 4 hits. So we also have Whirlwind Tempest. 6 attack, 6 health. For the regular one, 12 for golden. So your minions with Wind Fury have Mega Wind Fury, which is the same tag on both cards, golden and regular. So that's interesting. So can you put Wind Fury on something? I don't think there are that many minions that have natural Wintery. Maybe you can put Wintery on things, like with the Avakira hero. This can be good with it. But it's still 6/6. But it doesn't have Wintery or Mega Wintery, so that's kind of the downside to it. 12, I mean, it's a tank. It'll soak in some damage, which is good. And we have Wintery Elemental. 7/3 and 14/6. Regular and golden, respectfully. So after this attacks and kills a minion, deal excess damage to both adjacent minions. Interesting. Red and golden, of course. I mean, it's not gonna soak up that much damage, but it needs to attack and kill something before it deals excess. So a 7 attack is a lot. So it can kill things, but for tier 4 it'll be a bit difficult. So is it good? Possibly. Deadliest for 1/1 poisonous for the regular, 2/2 poisonous for the golden. It's not worth getting golden. I'd rather have 3 of these out than 1. Can't have 3, so you have 2 of these, you get 2 poison. You get the third one, they get 1 poison, so it's not elemental either. Me is good, but it needs buffs. Major Domo Executus. End of your turn, give your leftmost minion 1/1 for each elemental you played this turn. So that's a 6 attack and 3 health, not an elemental. And going at 12 attack, 6 health, and it's a 1/1 for each elemental. Give it 2/2 for each elemental you played this turn. So is this good? It's at the end of your turn. So those buffs are permanent, which makes it strong, but isn't necessarily a good one. It's kind of slow, honestly. Know me, Kitchen Nightmare. It's not elemental. Regular one 4/4. Golden is an 8/8. So for the regular one, after you play elemental, the elementals in Tavern get 1/1. The golden give it 2/2. I mean, it's interesting. It's kind of weird because you need to have elementals in the tavern for it to be really good. It's kind of interesting they chose Nomi because he has a tendency to burn your food, which Nomi is, I believe, was introduced in World of Warcraft Legion. I mean, I could be wrong here. This is interesting. Was another variation of Nomi. I can't remember which expansion it was in, but I think I'll show it here so you guys will see it. So I don't like it. As a tier 5, I mean, it has its potential, but there is little rag. A tier 5, 4 attack, 4 health, elemental, the golden is an 8/8. So the regular one, after you play elemental, give a friendly minion stats equal to the taverns, to the elemental's tavern tier. Sure. Okay. Wow. And the golden one does it twice. I'm gonna love this little dude. He's gonna be really powerful. I'm really gonna like all of these elementals that will be released here. So Tavern Tempest 4/4 regular 8/8 golden. Avakira, add another random elemental to your hand. That's the regular one. The golden, add 2 other random elementals to your hand. So that's strong for Shin Drama. But would it be good? I mean, you could get a rag. You could get other good things. You're worth getting golden. Possibly. I like it. I like to lock it a lot. I like to lock. I like it a lot. So Lieutenant Gar and Gentle Genie are the last 2. So tier 6 for the Lieutenant Gar and Gentle Genie. They're both tier 6. So Gar is A attack, 1 health, and for golden is 16 and 2. So they're both taunt. Yeah, they're both taunt. If you play elemental, gain 1 health for each elemental you have. So you have a full board, 6 elementals on board. You play this one, it gains 6 health. So it's an 8/6. So it would be gain 6 health. So that would be an 8 attack, 7 health. So if you get golden, it's gonna be really ridiculous. So it will have plenty of health if you have a full board of elementals. So it's a taunt. So it'll be a big tank if you have plenty of other elementals. So regular one gain 1 health for each of the one that has gained 2 health for each elemental you have, which is strong. Yeah, the word I was thinking of earlier was composition. So elemental composition, Gar is gonna be the main thing you wanna have. It's tier 6, so I'm pretty crazy. So the last one, Gentle Genie, tier 6. Plus 6 attack and 8 health. So golden one will have at its base is 12 attack, 16 health. So Death Rattle, it's gonna be really hard to kill it, but Death Rattle, summon another random elemental and add a copy of it to your hand. So the golden one is summon 2 other random elementals, add 2 copies of them to your hand. So this will really help to get a lot of golden elementals. That's pretty cool. I think this would be really strong as well. It's gonna be hard to kill it, but it will be worth it once you kill it. So that's pretty cool. I like that. So what other news worthy stuff do we have here? The ratings update. Don't really care about that. So anyways, you can pause and read this if you want. So if you like this content and you want more content like this, don't forget to click that subscription button. And I also stream 4 times a week over on Twitch, Saturday through Tuesday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. I would love to see you there, but if you don't have a Twitch for whatever reason, I'll keep you updated on any Hearthstone news that comes across. So, alright, I hope you have a good one. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.